Oh mein Gott, die will uns jetzt wirklich alleine da runterlassen. Nein. Wo ist der Radio? Hier ist KFM. Aber wo war die Tankstelle? Das hat sich so nah angehört. Trailerpark. Wo ist die Tankstelle? Was? Hä? Nein! Da wär's gewesen. Die Straße war gesperrt. Deswegen war Alex zu spät. Wir hätten Catherine nehmen müssen. Ihr Schweine. Was ist das? Nichts. Kann ich nicht. Östliche McReady Street. Die östliche McReady Street wurde gesperrt. Im zweiten bis um 9. Ja klar, die war gesperrt. Rogers Avenue. Wo ist Roger? Ach, das ist Haddonfield Road. Oh, die hier war gesperrt. Aber hätte doch da hoch. Haddonfield Avenue. Ja, ist egal. Wo ist diese Tankstelle? Gas and Repair. Prestige's Gas and Repair. Ja klar, da ist KFM. Also so nah ist das gar nicht. Also wenn ich umgebracht werde, bist du schuld. Und gehen wir einfach mal zu diesem gruseligen Puppenraum.
I'm not getting in there tonight.
Da sind noch so viele Türen verschlossen. Ja, ich will auch rein. Hallo? Ihr wisst, wie es läuft. Immer die Toiletten inspizieren. Da geht's runter. Hallo? Okay. Die Atmosphäre ist schon geil. Okay, das waren die Toiletten. Jo. Ja, das waren nur die Türen. Sehr gut. Ich muss aufhören, die Türen aufzumachen. Das macht mich wahnsinnig. Die Zeit läuft in echt. Da jemand? Die Tür ist zu. Sehr gut. Ich muss in diesen ekligen Puppenraum. Der ist offen, da lasse ich jetzt aber zu. Hier muss ich runter. Was war das? Habt ihr das gehört, dieses Geraschel? Das sieht so creepy aus, wenn die Tür so langsam zugeht.
I need a key to get in there.
Okay. Es gibt nur diesen einen Weg und wir können auch nichts anderes machen. Ich will nicht in diesen creepy Puppenraum. It's locked. Er fühlt sich hier echt sicher, obwohl da hinten es offen ist, weißt? Das ist halt immer noch offen. Mach doch dieses verdammte Tor hier zu. Muss doch irgendwie gehen. So.
A key?
Hä?
Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Sicher? I don't think so. Okay, die Tür ist wieder zu. Liegt da was rum? Hier spielt doch jemand ein Spielchen mit uns. Es ist doch... Da drin versteckt er sich. Hä?
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Was hat sie gesagt? Die war abgelenkt.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Hä? Hier? Ja, Tatsache, hier.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait. George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Welche Gegensprechanlage? Hä? Welche Gegensprechanlage? Die ist definitiv. Da ist auch eine Karte.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death.
Okay. Ah, das war das Regal. Dann haben wir hier... Ja, da ist eine Akte. Mama? Musik? Bitte nicht? Mach doch keine gruselige Musik. Du das? Okay. Nein? Nein? irgendwo was übersehen. Lass mich die Wände abspielen, Clive. Hä? Ach, hier. Und eine Akte.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face.
This looks useful.
Obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet. As though the deceased had been running without stopping.
Hä, von wem reden die? Datum des Berichts 68. Ausführlicher Bericht. Gegen 4 Uhr ging der Anruf einer Joggerin, einer Miss Sandra Sharp ein, die in der Talsperre eine angeschwemmte Leiche entdeckt hatte. Ich fuhr hin und konnte die Leiche vor Ort als die von George Barrow identifizieren. Ich setzte mich mit dem Büro des Gerichtsmediziners und mit den Eltern des Jungen in Verbindung. Sie teilten mir mit, dass sie ihn zuletzt am 2. Mai um 19 Uhr gesehen hatten. Okay. Jetzt? Serverschrank oder sowas? Hier? Nee. Nee. Ich muss das wahrscheinlich in der richtigen Reihenfolge machen. Hast du gesehen? Was war das? Hä? Das ist so ein Regal mit Surfern oder so was. Werden. Wo ist es? Sowas in die Richtung. Hier nichts. Bin ich blind? Soll hier irgendwo sein? Irgendeiner Ecke. Ich sag euch, wenn das hier zeitlich begrenzt ist und ich draufgehe, weil ich zu lang brauche. Ich hätte auch gerne eine Taschenlampe. Eine Taschenlampe wäre... Ah, hier.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
Okay. Jetzt der Ventilator. Jo, der Ventilator. Also das ist alles geplant hier. Aber warum? Was habe ich damit zu tun?
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Da. Kann ja bloß noch hier sein, oder? Oder wieder zurück? Ne, hier.
Now this has to be important.
I'm sorry I made you to this, Virginia. Dann laufen Dings, okay, das krieg ich hin.
It is the coroner's opinion resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off.
Okay. Humpty Dumpty. Gallows Creek High School präsentiert Humpty Dumpty, eine Geschichte über Liebe, Tragödie und Verrat. Besetzung.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek, drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst, that I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say than I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Also, Clive ist The Whistling Man. Hm? So, wenn ich das richtig verstanden habe, hat er die Leute umgebracht, aber doch nicht umgebracht. Die Leute sind durch Unfälle gestorben, weil er ihnen eine Heidenangst gemacht hat. So habe ich das verstanden, auch mit der Autopsiebericht, ja? So. Aber jetzt haben die Morde wieder angefangen und sind immer näher ans Gallows Creek rangekommen. Und er war nie ein Mörder und will die Leute jetzt retten. Aber was es mit seinem Auftragsgeber auf sich hat, weiß ich nicht. Dem bedeutet, ich laufe mir jetzt in die Arme. Nein? Dem bedeutet, da ist irgendein Irre unterwegs. So. Alter, Peggy. Hä? Was gibt's noch zu erledigen? Peggy? Was muss ich machen? Hier?
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned.
Ja, irgendwas stimmt da
It was in
nicht.
the newspaper and everything. everything?
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner.
Jawohl.
Wait,
So sehe ich's auch.
the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body, I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests. That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let
Aber warum
something
wollte er es
slip?
vertuschen?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive. Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
Oh,
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what
Ja,
happened
und
to
deswegen
George.
müssen sie sterben.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe
Und
not
alle hängen
every
miteinander
victim
zusammen.
made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident.
Nee, alle
And
die
the
er kannte.
killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up?
Keine Ahnung.
Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
Ja, bitte.
We need to figure out our next step.
Danke, ich muss nicht hochlaufen.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really, how are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
Hä? Was hat sie gesagt? Das ist unsere Aufgabe.
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line.
Ja, bitte.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events.
Erzähl's halt auch noch, dass
we're calling
herkommt.
back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fredman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
Nein, hier ist Forrest.
Plunker, hey, it's the radio man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No, it's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Sie ist
Hey,
da?
Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Ja, wir müssen reden. Brauchst dich nicht entschuldigen. Ich wäre auch nicht. Du brauchst dich nicht entschuldigen. Ey, wir müssen entgegenkommend sein. Ruhig bleiben.
Don't be sorry. You've been through a lot.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought.
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Live. Direkt ins Schwarze.
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name.
Lügner.
What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
Warum bist du dir das so sicher?
Why are you so certain Clive's the whistling man?
Because all those years ago,
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them, and we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
Sag endlich die Wahrheit,
All
Mensch.
right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what
Ja,
I
das
found.
wissen wir schon. Sag
Of
das, was wir nicht
course I
wissen.
said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, He'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me.
Okay.
You have to understand.
Ja.
She needed me.
Ja, das
We
verstehe
understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia.
Ich. Jetzt wissen wir aber genauso wenig.